Sawadee-ka. Thank you for joining us for the evening edition of NBT World Brief on NBT and NBT World. You're with me, Sandra Han Utsaha. In our first news story, all personnel responsible for the organization of the 2026 general election have been instructed to remain politically neutral and perform their duties with extreme caution. Chairman of the Election Commission, or EC, SONGKHLA, made the directive during his visit to KRACHAN'S province to inspect the training of polling station officials. As the election enters its final stage, the chairman has coordinated with election inspectors and police rapid response units to intensify monitoring for vote buying and selling. Security checkpoints will be established in cooperation with security agencies as a deterrent against electoral fraud. Officials acknowledge that while these measures may cause temporary inconvenience to the public, they are necessary to ensure a transparent and honest election. The EC emphasized strict legal restrictions for the upcoming advanced voting on February 1st. All political campaigning must cease from 6 p.m. on January 31st until midnight on February 1st. Furthermore, the sale and distribution of alcohol, as well as the hosting of banquets, are prohibited from 6 p.m. on January 31st until 6 p.m. on February 1st. Media organizations are also cautioned to ensure that debates or related broadcast activities during this period do not constitute illegal campaigning. The Personal Data Protection Committee, or PDPC, has hosted the Data Privacy Day 2026 event to launch the Privacy in Action strategy.
According to Permanent Secretary of the Ministry of Digital Economy and Society, Pachara Anantasin, the initiative aims to elevate personal data protection standards and create a shield against cyber threats. It also seeks to establish a foundation for artificial intelligence governance to build confidence in the digital economy. Pachara stated that artificial intelligence and digital services have become integral to all dimensions of life. He noted that the global average cost of data breaches has reached about $4.88 million, which is a 10% increase from the previous year. This rise reflects the growing costs associated with insufficient data security. Data protectionism must be integrated into every working process to build trust, as it is a key factor in attracting investment and driving the digital economy. This year, the PDPC will push for the practical enforcement of the Personal Data Protection Act with two primary goals. These are creating a secure digital economy and establishing AI governance based on human rights and transparency. These measures ensure that organizations can utilize innovation without violating the rights of the public. The event featured knowledge exchange sessions such as the CEO Playbook, which provided guidelines for executives on using data governance to reduce legal risks. Another session titled AI and Privacy explore international trends in regulating generative artificial intelligence. The PDPC also presented the PDPA Challenge 2025 awards to raise awareness within educational institutions and the public sector.
In other news, the Ministry of Culture, the Tourism Authority of Thailand, or TAT, and Central Patna Public Company Limited have launched the Great Chinese New Year 2026 campaign. The initiative aims to stimulate tourism and consumer spending during the festive season. Deputy Governor for Domestic Marketing at the Tourism Authority of Thailand, Apichai Chatchalamkit, stated that the agency has set an ambitious tourism revenue target of 3 trillion baht for 2026. The goal is supported by an estimated 36.7 million foreign visitors and 210 million domestic trips. Officials expect more than 1.25 million international tourists to visit Thailand during Chinese New Year, generating approximately 30 billion baht in revenue. Nathakit Tangpoon Sintana, the president of marketing for Central Patana Public Company Limited, stated that the 2025 Chinese New Year period generated over 51,000 million baht in revenue. This represented a 4.5% growth and marked the highest performance in 5 years. For 2026, spending is forecast to rise by at least 5 to 10% due to several positive factors. These include tourism promotion campaigns by the Tourism Authority of Thailand, the upcoming election, and a rising number of travelers. The Great Chinese New Year 2026 campaign will take place from January 30th to March 1st. Activities will be held across more than 3,000 central retail locations nationwide. The event will feature various cultural performances and the installation of sacred objects brought from Hong Kong and Macau for public blessings throughout the festival. Deputy Interior Minister SASITHORN Tharagun has visited Songkhla province to inspect government operations and community development efforts. The visit focused on post-flood recovery in Hat Yai and KAENG districts following the severe weather in late November.
The Deputy Minister first visited a savings group for production in the district to review community-led financial practices. This group operates under Islamic financial principles to provide interest-free loans and promote savings discipline, while running a welfare shop to lower household expenses for its members. Provincial and district officials briefed the delegation on the recovery progress after the recent flooding. Waste management was identified as a major challenge during the crisis, with more than 200,000 metric tons of debris cleared through large-scale cleanup operations. Conditions in the affected areas have since stabilized, allowing residents to resume their daily lives. The Deputy Minister stated that the savings group model is a strong example of community self-reliance, as more than 800 members currently manage funds totaling tens of millions of baht. She noted that the Interior Ministry and the Community Development Department are ready to support the expansion of this model to other areas. The visit concluded at an old-top tourism community in KAENG district. Residents there are currently rebuilding agriculture-based tourism after flood damage reduced local production and sales. Deputy Minister SASITHORN encouraged the community to add value to local products and expand marketing through both online and offline channels. She emphasized that lessons learned from the strengths of these communities will be developed into sustainable models for wider use to support long-term local development across the country.
And in one more story, the Department of National Parks, Wildlife and Plant Conservation has released footage of a young male tiger exhibiting natural behavior in KRACHAN'S National Park. The video shows the tiger calmly rubbing its chin against a tree to mark its scent and territory before walking toward the camera to yawn and reveal its fangs. These relaxed actions are seen by experts as a strong indicator of the animal's comfort and security within its natural habitat. The tiger, identified by researchers as Nadet, was first recorded in 2019 and has been consistently observed for 7 years until the present. Conservation officials stated that the repeated appearance of the same tiger over such a long period underscores the abundance of food sources and the overall stability of the ecosystem. And that wraps up the evening edition of NBT World Brief. Stay updated with the latest developments on NBT and NBT World. And for more stories, simply scan the QR code on your screen to access our full coverage across all media platforms. Until next time, I'm Sandra Han Utsaha. สวัสดีค่ะ